Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video, we are going to be doing another Reddit video because I know you guys love my Reddit videos and I love doing them for you. So today's topic is going to be more dating stories from Reddit. So let's get into it. If you like today's video, then make sure you give it a like, comment and subscribe. And if you want to check out more of my videos, then you can go to my channel. You can also turn on the notification bell for every time I post. And yeah, just have a little fun time with me. But yeah, so today's video, we are going to be diving into the dating trenches of Reddit. So let's get strapped in and let me begin with the first one that I saw on Reddit. So these are in the confessions part of Reddit, and I just got like a compilation of the ones that kind of to do with dating, just to do with stories I thought would be entertaining for you all. So my first sexual awakening was from a keyboard. I was on call with my friend who I sort of liked as more than a friend. I never had a sexual attraction to something until this happened. My friend played a rhythm game. It happened. Hearing the keyboard type through the call, that's what did it. Is that embarrassing or nah? Let me know, guys. I mean, thoughts? You do you. If your first sexual awakening was from a keyboard and from your friend, it's probably a mix of both. You know, the emotions are high. Sometimes we fall in love with objects. I mean, personally, have never, but there was the guy with the car. So it's probably not as embarrassing as he probably thinks, but slay for him, I guess. Just thought I would include that just because got to start it off on the standard that Reddit sets. So, okay, the next one is, I think my boyfriend is cheating on me. The other day, when we were at a day festival, he got quite drunk, in brackets. He thought he was spiked, but he wasn't. He went to a stall selling crochet because we kind of know the girl who owns it. I found him there and he made a comment about her, saying that he loves her crochet, but when she posts it, she's semi-nude in it. He then proceeds to say, "You have a lovely ass, but I prefer my girlfriend's." I'm baffled. I ask him what he just said. About 20 minutes later, he's fallen asleep. He asked to go home, so I text his dad to come and pick him up. But in doing so, I find a lock screen that is another girl. I unlock it and the background is her, but it's a different photo with her tits out. At this point, I wake him up and show him and he leaves. He comes back and of course he's deleted the lock screen. I also find a nude photo of his ex, who previously, before we had got together, had told me was better than me and compared me to, in brackets, which I struggled with retroactive jealousy for a while. I text him later when I got home and he swears innocence that he didn't make the background, that this photo is from years ago. He eventually finds the photos, they're from 2022, in brackets, but there's nothing to say he hasn't deleted/changed the date on this as he's deleted the photo. He has made no explanation as to how the lock screen was made. He even agreed that when you make a new one, your iPhone suggests photos. But the background, when you unlock the phone, is just the same photo, but blurred. That's the standard. In brackets, if you have an iPhone, you'll know what I mean. He said he's not guilty, but he cannot explain how he had a lock screen of photos from a different girl from 3 years ago. Just feel like it doesn't all quite add up. And I would say to that, go run. run. If he's like, obviously his background isn't just going to change to that. His background isn't just going to change that. It's just crazy that he is trying to get himself out of this when he's clearly either still in love with his ex, if those photos are old, or he's got another girl on the side and he's playing them both, and that's what's going on here. But he definitely is doing something wrong here, because why aren't mine the back of your background if you're going to have anyone's? Why aren't they your girlfriends? Why are they someone else's? If you want to go and be a cheat, then don't go and do it around here. Do you know what I mean? So get rid of him. And I think he is cheating on you too, because even if, okay, maybe not necessarily cheating if those photos are actually old, but he is just not a good man and not somebody you want to date, because what do you mean that you have another girl's body and face and another girl as your background? Like, if it was, I don't know, your sister or someone else, I mean, that would be weird if it was, you know, but a PG photo, obviously, of your sister, like if you and your sister are really close or something like that, that's the only exception of why it would be another girl. I don't understand why he has another girl and then he's trying to play it off. And he also just seems really gross anyway, from the fact they were at a festival and then he's saying to this girl about the crochet and how she looks, or he likes her crochet, but then she only posts half naked photos in them. And then he says about her ass is nice, but he prefers his girlfriends. And it's like, oh, men like this need Jesus, or they need help, they need something, because this is just, I just don't know. He just basically needs to get gone, because that is, no. Anyway, on to the next one. I did the most humiliating thing I've ever done in someone else's house. It was my birthday and I got absolutely wrecked. Left the house with a guy I'd just met that night. You can probably guess what happened there, so let's fast forward. I wake up in the middle of the night, still pretty tipsy and desperately needing to pee. So there I am, totally naked, stumbling around this stranger's shared house, fully naked. Shared house. Panic searching for the bathroom door. I finally lose it. First door, nope. Second door, it's the kitchen. And then it hits me. No slow build up, just full on, uncontrollable stream. I'm clutching myself like a mad woman, making a wild dash to the other possible door. I fling it open. It's not a bathroom, it's a closet filled with paper tools. Yep, I peed all over a pile of boxed up power tools, and of course after that I find the actual bathroom. I try and clean up, but all I can find is 3 sad little squares of toilet paper. No towels, no wipes, just me and my shame. I did what I could and then bolted. To this day, I am still beyond horrified. It's hands down the most embarrassing thing I've ever done, and just when I thought it was behind me, boom, I see him again. 5 months later, out in public. We pass each other. I prayed to every higher power that he didn't recognise me. That was just yesterday. And that is an insane story, because, you know, we've all been there on when you're staying around a boy's house and it's just so awkward, like going to the toilet for some reason, even though everyone goes to the toilet. Us just girls, I don't know why it's such a big deal. But yeah, so she's like panicking and she really needs the toilet. And then she's just looking around, can't find it, finds a cupboard, pees all over his like electrical stuff, and then finds the toilet. All that's there is like 3 little squares of toilet paper, and what are you supposed to do with 3 little squares of toilet paper? And she's obviously can't find anything else to clean it up, and then just has to leave. So I just honestly couldn't imagine being that girl, because I could never look him in the eyes again. I could never do it. But she clearly had to. Bless her. Wow. What a story, though. I mean, if they end up together one day, it's a great story to tell the kids. Mum peed in my cupboard. I mean, it's not the most romantic story, but it's got character, so we love it. Anyway, on to the next story, which is my last one, but it is very long, so that's why I wanted to put it last and just read this mad story to you, because it is a lot to deal with. It's a lot to deal with, but I was reading it the other morning and I was like, oh my God. So I need to share this with the world. So the title is My Ex is a Creepy, Pathetic Loser. And can relate. Can we not all relate? I mean, not all of us, but I definitely can. So anyway, my ex is an absolute loser. Facts. But back to the story. Joking. My ex is an absolute loser. First, he lied about his age. I had just turned 21. He said he was 25. We were hanging out. A friend called me and told me drop him off on the side of the road because she found out his voter registration and he was 35. We broke up. He love bombed me. My dumbass got back together with him. Then a few months later I met his family and they said that he's been lying about his age for a decade and they help him lie. I didn't break up with him yet though, because we had tickets to fly to see my parents for Christmas in like 1 or 2 weeks. I didn't want to be single and miserable for Christmas. Stupid decision, I know. After the breakup, I found out there were other younger girls before me. The youngest was 19. He would enroll in college, meet a girl, drop out. They'd find out about his age and break up, repeat. So on top of being a creep, he was lying about his degree, saying he was getting a master's or a second bachelor's or etc. Just a little note in the story here, that is actually so gross. Like enrolling into college so you can get younger girls. Creep. Anyway, back to the story. I broke up with him when I found out he was emotionally cheating on me on the plane ride home from my Christmas at my parents'. This grown-ass 35-year-old man was doodling 2 cherries, kissing in the rain, and also 21/22. He was crying and begging to take me back on the plane with somebody sitting right next to us. Beyond embarrassing. When I kicked him out, he stole the key fob and said I needed to come and pick it up at the club meeting. I get there, text him to leave it under the mat outside. He doesn't. I sit there for an hour and he ignored all my calls and texts. Finally, I go inside and this big-ass security dude tried to kick me out. I said that I'm here for a key from my ex. He doesn't say anything. He sheepishly throws the keys to the ground and says, "Don't get near me," and cowers into a grown man's lap next to him. Bruh. I grabbed the keys off the floor and he left. He intentionally humiliated me. I was beyond confused about what that was about, so I texted my girl group, in brackets, who ended up believing him and they were just spying on me, telling him where I was, etc. End of brackets. They said it was because of how physically abusive I was, I was abused in a past relationship. I know what it's like, and I would never do that to someone. I was also a young, nerdy, small, weak girl and a goody two-shoes. They said he had to hide his car because he was afraid I would vandalize it. I was so fed up with the lies and manipulation, so I texted him and said that he either stops this TIV or I tell everyone about his age crap, and I release hours and hours of footage from our apartment cameras to show that I've never done anything. That finally got him to stop for a bit. Months later, I was ordering pizza for a party and I didn't realise his account was still signed in for the delivery, so it charged his card like £75. I immediately Zelled him the amount with a note of what happened and that I had logged out of his account. Even called the restaurant and asked to refund that card and charge another one. So in theory, he would actually be making money from this. He immediately posted on Snapchat that he was in contact with the FBI over my large fraudulent purchases that likely obtained through hacking his credit card. Bruh. Days after, he posted photos of himself at the sheriff's office filing a report, and then at the bank doing the same thing, saying that they would come for me any day and I was finally going to be taken down. No one contacted me, LMAO. He would continue to make these absolutely bizarre claims. He started telling people I was stalking him. He asked his apartment complex for multiple single entry use codes so that he could have a housewarming party, in brackets, it's an apartment, dude, not a house, and you're 35, he just got broken up with and kicked out for being a cheating creep, not something to celebrate, end of brackets. He was telling people I had hacked his messages, so the code needed to be single use, so I didn't find a way into the apartment complex, in brackets. I didn't even know where he had lived, nor did I care to find out. He wouldn't leave me the fuck alone, so he kept on making wild claims on Snapchat. He would spoof messages and post it, claiming I was having these evil, nefarious conversations with people. He would post stuff like, first time cooking a chicken breast, happy to finally have my freedom back, as if I prevented a grown-ass man from cooking chicken, as if he was a tragic abuse survivor, a neglected orphan that never learned how to cook food. People started realising he was full of shit at this point and breaking off their friendship with him. I just can't get over how fucking pathetic he is. 35 years old and never cooked chicken, and that my little ass was gonna jeopardise my future and vandalise his car. Posting fake texts on Snapchat. Grow the fuck up. I wish I got revenge, to be honest, because now I have this unresolved anger. And the edit is, oh God, I just remembered he lied about his job and his salary. He would brag to me that he was an engineer making 6 figures. Come to find out, he was a glorified IT/cyber tech, just addressing or escalating tickets for half that amount of money. And that is the end to that confession. And I have so much to say. What the hell is going on? Like, why did he do that to her? What was the reason? Why do men do this? Like, he clearly, as a 35-year-old man, going for a 21-year-old, and also, not just that, the youngest he's tried to do this to is 19, and that he's also been doing this for 10 years, which means he's been doing it since he was in his 20s. And I can't believe there are people out there that are like this, because what do you mean? Ugh. I mean, there's just so much to unpack from that, because lying, well, he obviously was like, oh, come and get the keys, and then she was waiting outside for ages, and then she tried to go in, and then he got a security guard to come and get her, and then was making up all of these like fake claims against her when he was the one that was cheating on her and being a complete weirdo and stalker. And oh, I just actually can't. It's giving baby reindeer. It's giving baby reindeer. And also reminds me a lot of one of my exes. I'm just gonna leave that there because I don't think he deserves anything other than prison. I don't know, a mental asylum, something like that. But yeah, anyway, enough about him. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, then make sure you give it a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want more videos from me, then let me know in the comments, or you can suggest things in the comments that you want me to film, or you guys can send me anything that you want me to react to. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you're new to the channel, then hi, and I hope you enjoyed listening to me give my opinions on the crazy stuff on Reddit. But if you did, then stick around. I don't know what I'm on about. If you want to support the channel further, then you can also look at my TikToks or my Instagram or my blog posts. I will leave those linked in the description. But for today's video, and I will see you again soon for another video. Love you. Bye.